got a little treat, a little special treat here. I got an item here. It's actually a returned item from Lowe's. It's a Kobalt brushless cutout tool. So we'll see how it looks. No idea if this works. So the whole idea here is, does it work? It looks pretty rough. At least well loved, right? So I don't have a battery for this. It looks like I don't know if this thing works. All I know is it's a returned item. Doesn't have a collet. That's not a big deal. Uses some Torx keys there. Looks like everywhere. Alright, and now the trouble is I don't have a battery for it. I need to see if this thing will even run. So there's off, there's on. I am going to, these are what I think, 24 volt? 24 volt max, which means it's 22-ish volts really, like nominal. So I will try with not quite 24 volts, just because. All right, I gotta figure out which is positive and negative here. So I'm gonna go use the web search machine. Looking at the battery, this is the negative, this is the positive. I don't want to mess that up. And this is, I don't know, some probably sensor or something. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this little number here. Got a little power supply. We're gonna see what happens. All right, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Nothing. It's drawing something. Not a thing. Alright, well. I guess let's see, oh, you know what? This thing is all kinds of dorked up. Okay. Well, let's find out if anything's any good inside of it. Alright, so this is going to take too long. I'm going to take out as many as I can with this, because I am lazy. Black and yellow to the rescue. I don't have anything long enough to... anything powered that's long enough to get in there. Yeah, it looks like all of them. Show me your secrets. What killed ya? Oh man, this thing is... So, are we gonna hear that? This thing is done. Well, maybe. Maybe not. There's a fuse right there. Interesting. Never seen that before. And the fuse is not blown. So what killed you exactly, I wonder? This motor is locked up. I think it's burned up. This right here, this looks like the brain of the unit. Yeah, it looks like They applied the brake while this thing was running or something. Pretty bad. I'm going to call this thing unrecoverable. Oh, look at that. That's your... you steal it, it goes off. Little slot for that in there. That's pretty impressive. I was secretly peeling that one out. Oops. Alright, so here's a little switching mechanism. Connector for the battery. That's where that's supposed to be. Yeah, I think this thing just couldn't handle all the dust. Did it in. Or somebody clamped on that while it was this motor is definitely, this should not grind. There's no way that this motor has anything left in it. I would say I can feel the magnets pushing this thing around. Whatever held this thing in place is no longer holding it in place. I thought maybe it was the front bearing and the back bearing, but that's not the case either. This is not recoverable at all. This might be, and the switch probably has some value, but the rest of this, no. Case is no good. It's broken off here. Yeah, I think I'll see if there's any demand for any of these parts, but I doubt it. The switch might be worth something. There you go. When you just feed it too hot of a supper, things will start melting down here, and that's it. It's too bad too. All right. So now you get to see what the inside of a Kobalt brushless 24 volt max drywall cutout tool looks like. Here's the brain. There's the motor. You put in your tool. Switch mechanism. I do like the fact they put a fuse in there. Well, it's not. Looks like it's soldered in place. Interesting choice. Then the battery connector end. Since this is brushless, I mean, it probably has some sensors on here to see, so it knows where the rotor is. Interesting though that this side is fused, but it's still getting power outside of the switch. I don't know that by tearing this apart I'll be able to determine what the components are. It's probably all sealed in some sort of epoxy. Feels like an epoxy. Okay. Alright, I admit this is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. So back to this. Let's see what happens. I'll put on my safety squints first, and a little something just to, just in case, you know. So, alright, I guess let's see what happens here. Nope, not a thing. Got all worried for nothing. It's the inside of a Kobalt 24 volt max brushless drywall cutout tool. The brake is broken on here. Whatever's supposed to hold the stator, the part with the windings, away from the rotor, the part that travels inside the windings, apart from one another, is melted away. I thought it's supposed to be held in place maybe on this, but it still doesn't move even when both those bearings are in place. So something has caused this to completely lose it. I think typically these tools only have a 300 hour rated value or something like lifetime, something like that. I don't know how they come up with those numbers, but so probably hit those 300. 300 might have been shortened by how it was used. I mean, this thing obviously saw quite a lot of use. Alright, well, that's all I got here. It was fun to see the inside of it, though. Alright, well, now I'm going to figure out if there's any value in this. This has no value outside of recycling, but these might have some value. Make sure you treat your tools a little better, huh? Well, thanks for watching as I did a little exploration of what killed this tool. I don't know what did. To see what's dead on this tool. Or something. Alright, thanks for watching.